Hey, what's up, guys? So today we're going to be going over how to fill up a quick app for no limit investments. So this is what you're going to need to fill out in order to get a pre-approval and get terms with us. Now, for running the quick app, you don't need to pull credit. That will be if you decide to work with us, and then once we start doing underwriting, that's when we'll pull credit, right? So let us begin. So the first part is going to be this first section is going to be whoever is going to be on the contract. So whether it's your business name, your personal name, you're going to need to put that in the first part. Then from there, you're going to put your estimated credit score. So obviously when we pull credit, we're going to know your credit score. So obviously you want to be as accurate as possible. If you could tell us that you had an 800 credit score but you're really a 640, the terms might change because we didn't get an accurate credit score, right? So in this case, I'm just going to put 700. Next four items are going to ask about your experience. So um first is the for us, at least, the first is the property, then it's experience as far as what's important for us to give you a loan. It's going to be in those kind of order, and then obviously it's going to be liquidity and then credit score. But these next four items, they're going to ask you how many flips you've done in the last 3 years, how many rentals you've done in the last 3 years, if you have any experience in doing multifamilies over 5 units, or any mixed use experience, commercial experience at all, and then short term rental. So then you're going to put in like how many properties you've collected in the last 3 years. Honestly, if you have tons of properties, I just put it down. The more, the merrier. So it's going to depend on which lender ends up taking the loan, but you might as well just put everything that you have. That way, if a lender is a little bit more lenient, you get the better terms. The next part is, we're asking about your liquidity position and overall net worth. I would literally just put this, whatever's in your bank account, whatever you can take out of whatever account right now. That's what I put down. So if you have 50K in your savings and another 25 in another bank account, I put 75. I probably wouldn't add your equity in your properties into this. Just whatever's liquid right now. Then below, you're going to add your total numbers of mortgages you have. Pretty self-explanatory. Then the full address, so make sure to include your zip code, the town, all that kind of stuff. Then you're gonna let us know what loan type you're gonna want to do. Are you gonna do a refi? Are you gonna do a fix and flip? Are you doing a purchase? In this particular scenario, I'm gonna do fix and flip. If you're planning to do a burr, I'll probably do another video going over like the refi and all that stuff. And then the property type, what is it? Is it a detached single family? Is it a condo? Is it a 2 to 4 unit? Is it um a commercial building? What kind of property is it? How many units are in there? If it's just a detached single family, then I'd probably just put one, right? Submarket, you could just ignore that for now. Purchase price, what are you purchasing the property for? And then your as is value. So obviously, you want to have the as is value be higher than what you're purchasing for. It's gonna raise a lot of flags if you're purchasing a property that's worth more than what it is, especially for investment. And then I'm gonna skip these refi for right now. I'll do another video on that when if you're planning to do a burr and you decide that you wanna rent it out and then refinance. I'll go over in a different video. So then you're gonna put the annual property taxes. Now make sure you get the county, go on the county website to fill this out. Sometimes the MLS doesn't have the most accurate depiction for the taxes, so just make sure of that. Then you're gonna put the annual insurance premium. Always good to have an insurance friend where they could give you a quote on what it would be, for insurance. And then you're gonna put the gross potential annual rent. Don't put the monthly, put the year. Over here, current occupancy of subject property. So you're gonna let us know, is the property vacant? How many units are vacant? How many are occupied? Give us a percentage ratio, whatever you can. The more details we know about, the better. And then the property expenses. So basically put down everything: utilities, property management, vacancy rate, all that kind of stuff, all your expenses other than the insurance and the interest. You're going to want to put that per month. And then your exit strategy. So are you fixing and flipping? Are you just going to hold on to it? Are you doing a burr? What's your exit strategy? You're going to fill that in over there. And then we'll get into the fix and flip. So we cover 100% of your rehab. Depending on your experience, you might have a 20, uh, 80% LTV, maybe 90, just depending on, what the property is, what your credit score, what's your experience level. It's all going to really depend on those three factors. Over here, you're going to put your rehab budget. Now, it's always good, and I always recommend that if you're purchasing a property and you're new to this, definitely have a contractor walk it through you, give you an estimate of what the rehab's going to be. And then whatever you put, I'd probably put like 20% of whatever the contractor says, because there's always going to be, stuff between the walls that you're not going to know about, especially if you're gutting a property. So I would put this a little bit higher than whatever your rehab is, because if we do let's say you start the rehab and it turns out you're gonna need 90, but you put 60, well, you're gonna have to cover the 30K. So, obviously you don't want to be in that position. So, just make sure to put very conservative numbers when you're doing this. Your projected ARV, pretty self-explanatory. The number of floors. So if it's a main floor, second floor, and a basement, you probably put 3. If you could put more details into that, that'd be great. If it's like a split level, let us know it's a lower level, that kind of thing. And then will square footage be added to the property? So this is only if you're going to make an addition. So if you're going to plan to finish the attic or the basement, you don't have to include it on this. It's only if you're going to be adding an extension. And then over here is, was there any previous rehab completed? Let us know. Is the property managed by a professional? If so, just mark yes. And then, what's the management company? And then over here, if you have partners, you're going to put their name and their credit score. Now, remember, if you are under an LLC, you're going to need to add them into the articles of incorporation when we're underwriting. So that's going to be something that we need. So just make sure that their name is on it when you're doing that. Over here, you can combine liquidity, if you're partnering up. And yeah, so you're going to want to put their name and their credit score. And that concludes the quick app. The next thing that you're going to need is going to be the experience sheet. Pretty self-explanatory, but we'll go over it. I'm gonna leave this link on my link tree. So if you ever want to, get a loan with us, just fill that out, send it to my email, and we'll get working on it. If you want, let's say you get pre-approved with a different lender, let us know what terms we need to beat, so we could tell you, hey, we can beat this. We'll give you this so and so, or maybe we'll tell you, what, you're better off going with the other one. Give us an idea of what you're getting, so that way we could try to beat it. And then from there, we're gonna go to the experience sheet. So I'm gonna open this up real quick. Okay, so you got to separate it in between two components. So one is going to be the fix and flips, the other is going to be the rental properties. So from there, you're going to put the address, the entity on the title. Is it under your name? Is it under your business name? The date you purchased it, the date sold, the acquisition price, your rehab budget, the level of project, and then the price sold, or the ARV. You put the ARV if you haven't sold it yet. And then obviously what was the profit that you came out with. When we're going to be underwriting, we're going to be asking for the master statement and things like that to show proof of that it's actually under your name. So just be sure to have that ready when the time comes. And then for the rental properties, address, entity, date purchase, the market value, your acquisition price, the improvements that you've made to the property, your outstanding loan amount, the monthly rent, and the date of lease. I don't think there's anything I need to go over too much. But if you have any questions, just give me a call, give me a text. I'm here to help you out. And that kind of includes what we need in order to give you your terms and your pre-approval. Takes about like 10 minutes to finish both of them. It really doesn't take too long. Obviously, if you have a lot of properties to go through, that's a different story. But yeah, that's really all you need. And if you guys have any questions at all, just give me a call. My number is 630-540-8979. We're here to help you in your next projects.